Welcome to the Make and Design Podcast. I'm your host, Carina Gardner. On this podcast, we're unraveling the everyday joys and dilemmas of design, making, and business. For makers who want to be designers and for designers who are makers, this is your inside scoop to help you grow your business and bring more creativity to your life. So I have been thinking about my 3 favorite tools right now, and this is going to be obvious for those of you who are in Design Suite. It's like the tools we're all using all the time, but if you don't have these yet, if you're brand new to design, I thought, you know what, I better cover this and make sure you recognize what you really actually have, like tool-wise, to make it as a designer these days and to make your life a little bit easier, okay? So I think I've posted things about this on my Instagram feed, which you can check out at Carina Gardner. That's Carina Gardner. But we're going to start with my very most favorite thing, which is the Apple Pencil and iPad Pro. Honestly, you guys, this has changed the game. It really has. And the reason is, and for those of you on YouTube saw that I just showed it, I have first generation still, and it's still working great. It's still awesome. I really, really have liked it because I'm gonna go back a little bit. When I first started design school, and I started my MA, my master's in design, everyone used a Wacom tablet, and I have one of those. And it took me about 3 months to get used to drawing, on the side while looking at a computer screen. It was a really difficult process, and it took a solid 3 months. Well, my program right now is 1 year. If my Design Suite members had to spend 3 months just getting used to the Wacom tablet, that was okay for a 4-year program or a 3-year program, depending on what you were doing in college. But if you're trying to get your design work out there as quick as possible, and you've only got a year where you're like really in a program learning it, spending 3 months with a Wacom tablet is not really the best. So having an Apple Pencil and an iPad is a game changer. I actually know there are a few people in our Design Suite program who also they have like a PC where it's a touchscreen so that they can design that way. So I really think that's an amazing way to kind of bypass the barrier of trying to learn a new skill that's difficult, which is like trying to draw on one side instead of the natural way that we learn how to do things, which is directly on the iPad doing things, okay? The second thing I am going to bring up, tool-wise, you guys are going to think this is silly. This is so basic, but I promise you, it changes everything. I have a clipboard, you guys, a clipboard with paper on it that I take with me in my purse everywhere. Yeah, that's a little bit crazy, right? And I always keep with me at least 2 pens. One's usually a Papermate, and the other one is usually like a black, thin, fine Sharpie. Those are the 2 I tend to keep in my purse, and I always keep a clip art in my purse. When I am trying to get stuff done, and I am so busy, okay, where I'm running around, doing all the things I've got to do, if I have it in my purse and I have a moment, like I was just thinking about my daughter's harp lesson, I'm sitting in the car for 30 minutes while she's at her lesson, if I'm not running an errand, and I will swipe out this clip art and I will start working on it. I will start drawing whatever needs to be drawn for the day, even more than the iPad, because it just feels natural. It just feels, like, oh my gosh, I can just get some things down, draw some houses, draw some flowers, draw some whatever, and then I will digitize them. Now, I am very specific about my drawing. I make sure that I'm always drawing very cleanly, very tight, so that I know that when I digitize it, it's actually really easy to manipulate. So that's something that I teach a little bit in Design Suite. And I think it really helps make the design process easier, because the whole goal, we have lots and lots of artists. I have lots of artists who come to boot camp. I have lots of artists that listen to this podcast. If you're one of them, I want you to listen to this. I think it's great to do great art and paintings, okay? But the whole goal of your artwork to make money with it, if you're not going to be just a fine artist, is to digitize it. Because if we can digitize it, then we can make money with it, okay? So, second favorite tool is a good old basic clipboard with 2 really good pens, okay? The last one is one I didn't know about. My Design Suite members let me know about it, and I'm going to share it with you guys today. This relates to the iPad Pro. When you're drawing on it, it feels really slippery, really smooth because it's a screen, right? So everyone in that group suggested something called Paper-like. Have you heard of it before? I had never heard of it before, and I've now had it for about 3 months now, and I love it. It's a thin screen protector that makes your screen feel like you're drawing on paper. So you might want to check that out. I don't have any affiliate links or anything. It's just something that my Design Suite community came up with. And those little nuggets, which by the way, there are tons of those just happening in the community all the time. It's those little nuggets that really, those are the things you don't know about, right? So Paper-like. Go check it out if you want it to feel like your iPad or your screen more like paper. They have a number of different sizes that you can put directly on your screen. All right. So those are my 3 favorite tools today. I hope you enjoyed that. And by the way, if you have not checked out my new Accelerated Designer Workshop series, I know we're a little bit in. I think we've got probably 3 of these done already. It is going on all year. It is only $67 to join a single workshop. But if you love that workshop, you should come join us for a year. Most people always end up signing up for a full year, because which by the way lowers the price. Instead of $67, it ends up being more like $47 per workshop if you sign up for the whole year. It's because it's a series. So in January we started talking about Design Year 2022. So it was very systematic goal setting that made a ton of sense, and you can start there. Even if you started in October, it would be great to start there, okay? Then in February, we talked about debunking design myths, and we really debunk them. And I start talking about numbers, where you're going to really make the money. It's fantastic. In March, we talked about hyper-focusing your activities to create really good results, which for most of us is money, right? We want self-fulfillment, we want to make art, and we want to make money. So we want to make sure those results are in line, okay? So check out our April if you want to come to a single one, or check out the All Access Pass, which will give you access to the 3 older workshops and all the upcoming workshops. We are going to be talking about flow. We're going to be talking about holes in your business and how to fix them. It's just a really great way to stay motivated over the year to really learn what you have to do to build up your design business. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. Hey, did you know that you can visit me at makeanddesign.com to learn more about this podcast and join my VIP group for weekly freebies? I can't wait to see you there.